you really don't need all that much fancy shit to do your mycology work. I have super basic, low tech. I mean, I was as cheap as I could be with all this stuff. And the only thing I didn't skimp out on is my agar. And of course my tent. But mushrooms grow in nature. You don't need fancy stuff. You don't one bit. All you need is the basics. You don't even need this fancy thing. Sure, it does help, but it's also another 20, 30 bucks plus 18 or so dollars every time you need a stir stick for your new jar. Also, speaking of liquid culture, make sure 4%, no more, no less. Why 4%? Because this is 4%. All these are 4%. You want to see something that wasn't 4%? All of these. This is mold. I need to get rid of these. But I held on to these for the sake of your viewing pleasure. Because I know me trying to figure this shit out was hard. Like, all this kind of looks the same. Like, look. I had all this. All this doesn't seem like mold. But, I mean, I got mold. Obviously. So, here's why you run a control. That way you can narrow down where your shit comes from. Because look, I mean, this is a control of some agar I did. I always run a control with my jars. I don't know what happened to it. I'm trying to find it. Oh, here it is. Cool. Alright, so, here's this. This is a control. All that shit on the bottom, that's just not thoroughly mixed. Because I was lazy. I did not heat it up enough. I actually didn't heat it up at all. I just measured it out and fucking threw it in a jar. But, so we got mycelium. Mycelium. So why do you run a control? Once again, here's another control. Every batch. I always keep one that I don't use. Yeah, it wastes money, but then you get to this shit over here, if I could fucking get to it and not knock things over, that'd be cool. And then you get this. And I know that's mycelium because I ran a control. Hopefully. I mean, there's always this slight chance that it's not. But the chances of it being mold are even higher because I know my control's not bad. So that would mean that my culture itself is bad. But that can't be the case because I've already fruited that. And I don't know. I mean, shit can always go wrong, but you narrow it down and you know where you went wrong a lot more whenever you start running controls with your things. All these are pre-port. They're just waiting on things. Cordyceps to be specific. Maybe more oysters, but you don't need high tech. I mean, this is about the cheapest you're gonna be able to get. I mean, alcohol kills all your shit. Just make sure you have enough jars to do your stuff. It's not that hard. It's math and common sense, really.